I figured we could do a haunted plushies update so that you kind of know who we're talking about. Also, hi, I'm Iona Wayland. I'm a dark fantasy author and a crystal ball reader. Those are some of my crystal balls over there. And I sometimes talk to ghosts in my free time, as one does. So let me walk you through them. Starting with the OG, this is Carson. They go by they, them pronouns. Occasionally they'll use she, her, but really not so much. They're a Gen Xer, they had a traumatic death in prison, and they do not want to talk about that death, but just so you're updated why we don't talk about their death very much, that's why. And they love music, they can vogue, they've gone to like balls and stuff, and they used to like sort of compete. So that's them in a nutshell. Then there's Boba, sweet Boba. She's 11 and a half years old. The half is very important. She was an enslaved child in 1800s Brazil. She ran away from home after an argument on a bicycle. And we're still not sure where she quite lived, but we've sort of narrowed it down. Especially because the states of Brazil have changed in 160 plus years. But she passed away by a bicycle accident and falling into a ravine. And so, but she does talk about her death quite a bit, and she does talk about her love of like animals and trying different foods, and she's just a really happy kid. Then we've got wonderful Vinny. She uses she, her pronouns. In life, she was like an actor, singer, dancer, kind of could do all the things. She somehow traveled throughout Europe, and she said that some folks in the US would have known her, but that it was like she was more recognizable in Europe and like Eastern Europe. And then we have little Grosker, and what we know about him is that he's 4 and he does not like being talked to very much. He gets very nervous, but I was very proud of him when he shared that about himself. Also, he uses he, him pronouns. Then we've got the big guy in the back. His name's Ward, and he's an old farmer who hates being on camera. So I won't, apparently he lived close to me. I live on the Appalachian Trail, and he lives like southeast of where I live, and we're trying to figure out his backstory, but he's still a newcomer. Then we move over here. This one isn't haunted, it's just cute. Here are some things I made. So these two lovely ladies are definitely a couple. They are a lesbian couple. We've got Stella and Ellen, and their ship name is Stellan. And they're really fun. Then I don't know much about them at all yet, but they just seem to have a really lovely vibe about them, very maternal. I don't know if this one's haunted, but I made this one for my babo, and she calls her Tada, so we're gonna go with that. And then this agent of chaos here is Smudge. He's a middle school boy, but that's kind of all we know about him too. So there's a refresher / update for you for everybody. And if you look this way into that closet, that shadow is Cranberry. She's my rescue kitty, one of my rescue kitties. But somewhere in this closet area, there's a ghost. And I'm not sure what it is yet, and I haven't investigated it, but it did use the child books that we had up there, like the kind that make animal sounds or has little like speakers in it or whatever for babies that were stored up there that my babo grew out of. It was using that to communicate, and it was kind of freaking me out. So I just kind of removed the books, but I'll reach out to the closet ghosts later. So yeah, welcome to the Creepycore fam, and it was great to talk to you. Bye, spooky soul.